Hi, welcome to the Rose at Home channel. I'm Rose, I am at home, and I am so glad that you have decided to join me here today when I unbox my latest Book of the Month box. And I'm so excited for this one. So the original plan, I had 4 things from their backlist already picked out. So I thought I'll get something from the current month, and then I will get these 4 things from the backlist, and it'll be great. And then the list of new books came out, and there went my plan, because I got all things that are from this current month or from the add-ons for this month, because they were all so good. So I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to unbox it. As you can see, it is a humongous box. These are great. So I have my wonderful matching, not on purpose, it just happened, matching knife. And I'm gonna cut right there. I'm not showing you because I just flashed my address, and I'm gonna have to cut that out. And I'm so excited, y'all. So I don't know where I think I'm getting all of this time in October, but I do like, even though I'm not huge on horror, I do really like having creepy things in October. October is also my birthday month, so I don't know why I want creepy things for my birthday, but I really do like having some new kind of creepy things for October. And the first thing I picked was specifically for that reason, and it is Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas. And look at how cool is that cover. Look at that. I think this is going to be amazing. From what I understand, it is historical fiction and vampires, and I think there's a romance subplot. Let's see, hold on. Vampires and vaqueros face off on the Texas-Mexico border in the supernatural Western from the author of The Hacienda. As the daughter of a rancher in 1840s Mexico, Nana knows a thing or two about monsters. Her home has long been threatened by tensions with Anglo settlers from the north. But something more sinister lurks near the ranch at night. Something that drains men of their blood and leaves them for dead. Something that once attacked Nana 9 years ago. Believing Nana dead, Nestor has been on the run from his grief ever since, moving from ranch to ranch, working as a vaquero. But no amount of drink can dispel the night terrors of sharp teeth. No woman can erase his childhood sweetheart from his mind. When the United States invades Mexico in 1846, the two are brought abruptly together on the road to war. Nena as a curandera, a healer striving to prove her worth to her father so that he does not marry her off to a stranger, and Nestor as a member of the auxiliary cavalry of ranchers and vaqueros. But the shock of their reunion and Nena's rage at Nestor for seemingly abandoning her long ago is quickly overshadowed by the appearance of a nightmare made flesh. And unless Nena and Nestor work through their past and face the future together, neither will survive to see the dawn. Does that not sound amazing? That is absolutely top of the... I know I've already said a bunch of things for October, but this is absolutely top of the list for October. I cannot wait to give this a shot. This sounds so amazing. The next pick I picked because I love their YA. I teach teenagers, so I don't read a lot of YA because they're in my work life. I don't necessarily need them in the stuff that I read. And yet, this author, I still read their YA because it is so incredibly well done and still speaks to me, even though it deals with teens. And this is their first adult, and it is Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo. If you want a recommendation for really good Elizabeth Acevedo YA, my favorite is With the Fire on High, which is about a high school student who wants to become a chef, and there's a lot to it. There's a lot more to it, but it's so good. And I am expecting this to be just as good, but more with adult issues and problems instead of the teen ones. So let's see. Flor has a gift. She can predict to the day when someone will die. So when she decides she wants a living wake, a party to bring her family and community together to celebrate the long life she's led, her sisters are surprised. Has Flor foreseen her own death? Or someone else's? Does she have other motives? She refuses to tell her sisters, Matilde, Pastora, and Camila. But Flor isn't the only person with secrets. Her sisters are hiding things too. And the next generation, cousins Ona and Yadi, face tumult of their own. Spanning the 3 days prior to the wake, family lore traces the lives of each of the Norte women, weaving together past and present, Santo Domingo and New York City, told with Elizabeth Acevedo's inimitable voice. This is an indelible portrait of sisters and cousins, aunts and nieces, one's family journey through their history, helping them better navigate all that is to come. That sounds amazing. I'm really here for this. It sounds heavy. It sounds lit fiction. It sounds like it would go really well with the Collected Regrets of Clover. So maybe a paired reading with those. We'll see what I end up doing, but I'm really excited to get to this. Every book I pull out of the box, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Happiness Falls by Angie Kim is the next pick that I got. Let me see. Ooh. We didn't call the police right away. Those are the electric first words of this extraordinary novel about a biracial Korean-American family in Virginia whose lives are upended when their beloved father and husband goes missing. Mia, the irreverent, hyper-analytical 20-year-old daughter, has an explanation for everything, which is why she isn't initially concerned when her father and younger brother Eugene don't return from a walk in a nearby park. They must have lost their phone or stopped for an errand somewhere. But by the time Mia's brother runs through the front door bloody and alone, it becomes clear that the father in this tight-knit family is missing, and the only witness is Eugene, who has the rare genetic condition Angelman syndrome and cannot speak. What follows is both a ticking clock investigation into the whereabouts of a father and an emotionally rich portrait of a family whose most personal secrets may be at the heart of his disappearance. Full of shocking twists and fascinating questions of love, language, and human connection, Happiness Falls is a mystery, a family drama, and a novel of profound philosophical inquiry. With all the powerful storytelling she brought to her award-winning debut, Miracle Creek, Angie Kim turns the missing person story into something wholly original, creating an indelible tale of a family who must go to remarkable lengths to truly understand one another. That sounds amazing. So less lit fiction, more mystery genre, but mystery with family drama thrown together, and I'm so excited to get to this. I don't even know if this can wait past October, even though it's not scary, because this sounds so good. The next one I picked up was Alice Hoffman's The Invisible Hour. I think this was an add-on for this month, but I'm not for sure, but either way, it was in this month. If you know Practical Magic, if you've read it or seen the film with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, that's who Alice Hoffman is. I believe this is not witchy. I think that this is like about a cult, and you know I have a soft spot for, I don't know why I'm obsessed with reading about cults, but I do really enjoy a cult book. I'm actually reading one right now, which is Dead 11. I will give you a review on that one at the end of the month. So go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. And hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers and my old subscribers. I'm so happy to have all of you here. I digress. So I believe this is kind of culty. Let's give it a look. One brilliant June day, when Mia Jacob can no longer see a way to survive, the power of words saves her. The Scarlet Letter was written almost 200 years earlier, but it seems to tell the story of Mia's mother, Ivy, and their lives inside the community, an oppressive cult in Western Massachusetts where contact with the outside world is forbidden and books are considered evil. But how could this be? How could Nathaniel Hawthorne have so perfectly captured the pain and loss that Mia carries inside her? Through her journey of heartbreak, love, and time, Mia must abandon the rules she was raised with in the community. As she does, she realizes that reading can transport you to other worlds or bring them to you, and that readers and writers affect one another in mysterious ways. She learns that time is more fluid than she can imagine, and that love is stronger than the chain that binds you. As a girl, Mia fell in love with a book. Now as a young woman, she falls in love with a brilliant writer as she makes her way back in time. But what if Nathaniel Hawthorne never wrote the Scarlet Letter? And what if Mia Jacob never found it on the day she planned to die? Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote, "A single dream is more powerful than 1,000 realities." This is the story of one woman's dream. For a little while, it came true. That sounds amazing. That sounds so amazing. And look at the length, which is perfect for me, especially during the school year. This sounds just absolutely perfect for me, and I cannot wait to be able to get to it. I feel like by this point, I am soon going to be able to do a Books About Books 3, but that's what the next book is, and it is The Bookbinder by Pip Williams. And how cute is that cover? That just looks like I want it to be a poster. That's adorable. So again, it's going to be book about books, and I am here for those. Y'all know that. It is 1914, and as the war draws the young men of Britain away to fight, women must keep the nation running. Two of these women are Peggy and Maud, twin sisters who live on a narrow boat in Oxford and work in the bindery at the University Press. Ambitious, intelligent Peggy has been told for most of her life that her job is to bind the books, not read them. But as she folds and gathers pages, her mind wanders to the opposite side of Walton Street, where the female students of Oxford's Somerville College have a whole library at their fingertips. Maud, meanwhile, wants nothing more than what she has, to spend her days folding the pages of books in the company of the other bindery girls. She is extraordinary, but vulnerable, and Peggy feels compelled to watch over her. Then refugees arrive from the war-torn cities of Belgium, sending ripples through the Oxford community and the sisters' lives. Peggy begins to see the possibility of a different future in which she can educate herself and use her intellect, not just her hands. But as war and illness reshape her world, her love for a Belgian soldier and the responsibility that comes with it threatens to hold her back. The Bookbinder is a story about knowledge, who creates it, who can access it, and what truths get lost in the process. Much as she did with the international bestseller, The Dictionary of Lost Words, Pip Williams thoughtfully explores a rarely seen slice of history through women's eyes. That sounds amazing. I am so here for this. I do love a good book about books and books with books in it. I'm all about that world, and this sounds like one I'm going to absolutely love. And every month they give us a really cool bookmark. Here you go. It's true. My books think I'm very, very cool. So if you are interested in Book of the Month, this is not sponsored. They don't know who I am beyond the fact that I'm one of their customers. But if you are interested in joining, I'm going to put a link down in the box below. You don't have to use it. You can go by yourself to their website. But I think it gives you an additional discount if you use it. And I get a book if you join that way. So I think we both win, which would be great. But no pressure, you don't have to. But these are 5 of the books that are available for this month. There are more. I want to say there's 3 or 4 other choices that also came out this month that you could get if you decided to join this month. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope you found some books that you're going to get either through Book of the Month or otherwise that were interesting to you. But in the meantime, I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your week. And I hope that you get to read some really great books.